There are a ton of these out on eBay right now. Well, there have been for quite some time, and I was really curious why. Note that this one was built actually recently. There, I think 2021, late 2021, I think. Anyways, watch the video. You can conclude whether or not you agree with me that this is like a fatal flaw, the way that these are designed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. I hope this helps you when you're like making a decision on whether or not you want to buy one of these or not. If you do buy one, don't frickin' drop it. Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Andy's Crap. And I bought this on eBay. I think I got it for like 40 bucks. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm not even gonna look it up. Trust me, got it for 40 bucks. And supposedly the screen doesn't work, or the display. And the last one of these I had, I noticed that when I put it into, I think it was like a pure direct mode or something like that, that the screen went off. And so I'm wondering, my hunch is, my thought is, you know, folks just don't understand that's the way they work. Let's plug it in. Let's see what we're working with here. Oh, there we go. We do have power. Okay, so no screen. They are right about that. So let's see if we even get sound out of it. Tuning mode, tuning speakers. Pure direct. Nothing there. Nothing that's just like completely obvious. Looking for bad solder joints. All right, so I've had a moment to work on the dude, and what I have found, and this is actually not something that I expected to see, but happened nonetheless, is that, let me get a good close-up shot here for you guys. I was going through and testing with the meter, and the board's cracked. The board is completely cracked between here, all of this jazz here. So essentially it's not getting any power. All right, what we did is a bunch of JB weld between the transformer and the board, and that'll hold the board steady enough so that we can create some continuity across where that break is. The break is, it does disrupt the continuity. If I test from over here to the circuitry that it lands on up here, let's get this out of the way. Testing from the circuitry here up to here, where it lands, there is no continuity. But if I test from here to the point where I've, you know, etched it off, essentially, there is. So we'll bridge these gaps with some solder, and hopefully when we test here and here, we get continuity. And we will have to test any variation to make sure that the solder didn't actually jump the line as well. This is going to be incredibly difficult. So we'll see how it works out. I just got done, and I'm not sure this will show up really well on the video because it's really small. So all I did was I melted solder onto the iron and then just rubbed it across the points, and the cracks caught the solder. I've just been playing with it without the accessory boards, like the front board here. So I have the front boards setting up here. And so before I went any further with troubleshooting, well, okay, so first off, the symptom was I was plugging it in, and normally when you plug in one of these amps, they pop, you know, there's a relay that pops off. So before I troubleshot anymore, I was going to plug all of this in to see if I could get the magic pop. Beautiful. Comes right up, and the display is saying input number 1. All right, time to take everything else back off and then start putting it back together. And I added some foam under here, which isn't going to do it's not going to do favors for the heating, but I've got to have something underneath there holding this board in place so it doesn't get slammed again, because it obviously is a really weak point of this design. Honestly, I would say that many of these are going to fail because this is pretty heavy, and that board has no reinforcement along here, and well, there you go, it did it again. It went into protect mode. So the board just doesn't have any reinforcement in here, and it's just this is going to continue to have fail points in here. Hopefully, if I get all this together, it'll hold itself in place and work. It may not, though. It may just never ever work correctly. But before you buy one of these, actually, you know what? I would actually, at this point, I would recommend not buying one of these. This is not built well. Until they've redone this design and that this is well supported. If you buy one of these and the UPS guy or the guy at the back of whatever store you buy it at, not UPS, it could be UPS, FedEx, whatever. Whoever's delivering it, whoever's warehousing it, whoever's doing whatever, if they drop this thing, chances are it's a goner.